Welcome, everyone. Well, we're going to do a fun, hopefully fun, and interesting therapeutic yoga class today, tackling stress. So, I love to do overall stress classes every once in a while, but today's stress class is going to be a tiny bit different. Because rather than doing a stress class where I focus on neurophysiology or where I focus on neuroanatomy or where I focus on thoughts and beliefs and the nervous system, we're going to do a little bit of everything today. So, what you're going to need for class is your yoga mat and your yoga bolster and a yoga strap. Something similar to a yoga strap if you don't have that. For the yoga bolster, we're only going to be using the yoga bolster today to do our sitting component, which is the first half portion of the class. So if you don't have a yoga bolster or something similar at home, by all means, just have a seat in a comfortable chair with your feet flat on the floor and your back supported on the back of the chair. That will work just fine for the majority of what we're doing. Okay, so we're going to begin class today tackling one of the easiest or doing one of the easiest things I think that we can do for stress. And that is a breathing technique, but not only a breathing technique combined with a nice little mindfulness, I guess, and some exuberance. So we're going to use a little bit of our facial nerve, one of the nerves that we know can help relax our body when we use it correctly, like smiling. But we're going to take that a step further and do a bit of laughter. And so what laughter does is it facilitates that facial nerve. So it gives us that nice calming effect when we have that facial nerve working. The other thing that it does is as we laugh on our exhale, which means we're making our exhale longer. When you make your exhale longer, neurophysiology part here, you are tapping into your parasympathetic nervous system, your relax, renew, and rest response. So as you start to get that relaxation response, you start to not only physically calm the body, but also physically calm the mind. So I figured what better way to start our stress class today than with a nice, good laugh. But here's what I want you to do today. We're also going to take in some positive thoughts and beliefs and emotions. So we're going to kind of combine three different things to do this laughter yoga today. So what I want you to do before we start our laughter is I want you just to take a quick second and close your eyes. And I want you to think of somebody that you know, past or present, and how they laugh. So I don't want us to be our laughter yoga today. I want you to think of someone that has made you smile in the past or made you smile in the present. And I want you to think for a second how they laugh. We all laugh differently. Think about that person. Think about their laughter. So there's our beautiful emotions and thoughts that are positive coming to us. All right, now put a big smile on your face. There's our facial nerve starting to facilitate a relaxation response. All right, now let's get the exhalation into it. So if you can't mimic their laugh, by golly, just do your own. Take a nice deep inhale into your nose and laugh. May sound stupid. You may laugh at me laughing or maybe laughing at yourself laughing. But take a couple nice deep inhales in and laugh like someone that you think of that just makes you smile. Give it another breath or two for me. Nice deep inhale in. Oh gosh, when I think of that little hee-haw breath, I have that picture of that person in mind and it just makes me smile. So laughter yoga, what a beautiful way for us to start our stress therapeutic yoga class today. All right, let's take it to the Eastern medicine side of the world next. So we're going to do an acupressure point that we know relieves tension in our face, facial nerve, facial muscles, and will allow us to breathe more openly. So we're going to use the golden bamboo acupressure or acupuncture point, large intestine 20, right outside those nostril points. So just take a couple fingers today, nothing too fancy, stick them outside of your nostrils. Once you got them outside of your nostrils, just gently press your fingers in until you feel bone. Don't worry about what you're feeling bone into, just to make sure that you're feeling bone. Now, let's make sure we get that facial nerve working with us here. So give yourself a nice big smile as you're pressing into that acupuncture point. All right. Now, as you're doing that, let's see if we can do some nice, good breathing through that nose. So take yourself a nice, slow inhale into your nose. Can you smile at the same time? It's a little hard to do when you're talking, for me, anyhow. Now, when you exhale, keep that smile and just slowly let that exhale come out through that nose. Keep that pressure happening. We're going to do that for 2 more breaths. Nice deep inhale into your nose. And slowly exhale that air out. Keep that smile. Can you even smile with your eyes? One more time. Deep inhale into that nose. And exhaling out. Beautiful. Release your hands. Place your hands onto your thighs. Let's do some modifications of cat-cow now. So we know cat-cow, what it does relative to stress. Our nervous system and a major part of our flight or fight response, or our sympathetic nervous system, sits on the front of our spine. So if we stretch it and shorten it and stretch it and shorten it, what it does is it allows us to have and gain better control of that stress response or that flight or fight response. So let's go through in sitting here 5 beautiful cat-cows. Now let's see if we can combine a couple different things with it. So neuroanatomy, can you put that smile on your face and facilitate that facial nerve? All right. Now, neurophysiology, can you exhale a little bit longer than your inhale? So I'm going to try to count through our breath as we do our cat-cow today. Let's see how good of a success I have with that. So let's go through what the movement of cat-cow is first. So when you inhale, let yourself roll your pelvis forward, stick your belly out, lift your spine nice and tall up, lengthen through the front of the neck, and gaze upward. Then when you exhale, tuck that tailbone under, really pull that abdomen in, settle that rib cage downward, lengthen through the back of the neck, bring the chest into your chin into your chest, and gaze down into your belly button. Okay, let's see if we can do 5 of these. I'm going to try to count that breath. Now, don't forget about that smile on your face. All right, here we go. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Now, exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4 times. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time here. Inhaling, 3. Keep smiling. 2 and 1. And then exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Bring yourself back up into a sitting position. Make sure you're on your sit bones. Sit nice and tall. Get some nice good weight through your legs. Settle your shoulder blades back and down, lengthen your neck, and settle your chin into your throat. Okay, next thing we're doing to combat stress today is we're going to live in that neuroanatomy world for another exercise. So ocular motor nerve, that is your 3rd nerve that comes out of your cranium, out of this skull of yours. And we know that if we increase movement of that ocular motor nerve, if we facilitate that ocular motor nerve, it actually causes a relaxation response to the other nerves that control relaxation in our body. So keep your spine nice and tall. We're going to work at just moving our eyes, but allow yourself to put a nice, good smile on your face. You know what? If you can't even make it be natural and happening for real. Fake it. Fake it for the sake of that facial nerve, cranial nerve number 7, as we move through our eyes. So sit yourself up nice and tall, put a smile on your face, gaze straight forward, keep your head nice and long and gently tilted in at the chin. Don't let your head move. So it's just going to be the eyes. We're going to try several different movements. See if you can keep your head nice and still and that smile on your face. All right. Gazing forward, take an inhale. As you exhale, turn your eyes to the right. You got it. Exhale out there. Okay. Now inhale, gaze straight forward. As you exhale, keep that head still, smile, turn the gaze to the left. It's so hard to do, right? Smiling and keeping your head still and turning. Inhale back to the center. This one's going to be tough, guys. As you exhale, smile and look up. Don't let that head lift. It's so hard to do. Inhale, come back to the center. Smile, keep that head still, and look down. Come back to the center. Give me a nice deep inhale. Relax those shoulders. And as you exhale, look up and to the right. Don't let the head move. Inhaling back to the center. Smile. Make it count as you exhale down and to the left. Yes, we got just one more set of movements to do. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, look up and to the left. Smile, keep that head still. Inhale back to the center. And then exhale down and to the right. Inhale back to the center and relax there. All right, maybe stop smiling for a second, particularly if your cheeks are getting sore from the smiling, which is such a wonderful thing to happen. All right, grab your yoga strap. Let's move on. So we're now going to tackle a little bit of Dr. Stephen Porges and Stanley Rosenberg's work on the vagus nerve. Vagus nerve is your cranial nerve number 10. Super important nerve when it comes to your heart, your digestion, but more importantly, also your stress response. So we know that the vagus nerve comes out just in front of our ears, and there's 2 of them, one on each side, and they run down the side of our neck. They kind of sit behind this gigantic muscle right here. And we're going to work on moving that muscle in a second. But before we do that, I want to stretch out this muscle on the side of our neck that oftentimes, if it's restricted, we won't get as much movement of this very important muscle in the front of our neck called your sternocleidomastoid muscle. Big name, I know. So take your strap and place your strap up and over your right neck area, kind of like where your neck comes down vertically and your shoulder comes over horizontally. Take the strap in the front and hold it. Take the strap in the back on the left side and hold it. Okay, let your head just gently side bend over that strap for a second. Now, with your left hand and the back of the strap, take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, try to pull that strap back. See if you can feel that tension on the muscles of the neck being pulled backwards. Now that you've got that pulled backwards, okay, maybe we've given the cheek muscles enough of a break here. Put a smile on your face. Take an inhale, lift your head upward. And then as you exhale, gently tilt your head to the left. All right, now as you tilt your head to the left, and you're smiling and you're pulling that strap backwards, maybe play with, do you feel a little bit more tension in your neck if you rotate your head up or if you rotate your head down? Just kind of play with that for me. Find the position for you that is the most comfortable to feel light tension. Keep your head in that position. Take your eyes and gaze down and to the left. Okay, smile on that face. Let's take a nice slow inhale into the nose for 3, 2, 1. Through that nose, exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time here, inhaling 3, 2, 1, and exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, one. Beautiful. Bringing your head back up to the center and relaxing the strap. You know, guys, it doesn't matter necessarily the count that you're using for your inhale and your exhale. Really, what's important is that you're always working on that exhale being a little bit longer than that inhale. All right, let's get these neck muscles loosened up on this left side so that we can tackle that vagus nerve on the front of our neck. So have the strap up and over the left side of your neck, again, where the neck comes down vertical and the shoulder comes in horizontal. That's the place you're trying to place that strap, or whatever you're using like a strap. Hold it in the front, hold it in the back on the right side. Gently let your head just slightly side tilt over that strap. Now, once you have it in that position, take a nice deep inhale, and with that right hand on that back of that strap, exhale and pull that strap backwards. Feel that pull and that tension through the muscles of your neck. Then allow yourself to take an inhale, lift your head up, and then as you exhale, side bend your head over to the right. Feeling that little bit of tension through the left side of the neck. Now for you at home, if you turn your head up a little bit, turn your head down a little bit, do you feel more tension? Wherever it is for you, once you're there, so if your head is up or your head is down, no matter, take your eyes and turn them down and to the right. All right, so once you have yourself in that position, smile on the face, please, pulling with the strap. Head is in a nice little tension on the neck. Face is being facilitated into a smile. Let's do 2 of those breaths. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, oops. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bad count, Trudy. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You've got it, bringing your head up, relaxing the strap. It is very difficult to do many things at once. But here's the good news. When you are providing yourself attention to your breath, to your gaze, to your face, to muscles, there's no way that you're really focusing on those negative thoughts and emotions. All right, take that strap, place it out to the side of you. You're done with it for now. All right, let's get into Stanley Rosenberg's wonderful exercise to lengthen through that sternocleidomastoid and really put some nice good length into that vagus nerve. So he calls this exercise the Salamander Exercise. And the reason for that is if you look at salamanders as reptiles, they don't have all of the segments of their neck like we do. So they turn their head like we're going to work on turning our head. So let's practice it one time before we add the smile and we add the breath. So make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Have yourself so there's weight through your legs. Neck is long, chin is gently settled in. Take your head and side bend your head to the left. Keep your head side bent to the left, and then gently turn your eyes and your chin up to the right. Now, when you do that, you're lengthening through the right sternocleidomastoid. That is the right vagus nerve. We know that nerve primarily innervates our heart. So heart rate, blood pressure, these are the types of things that working on this right side are really going to help. Keep that neck long, keep that chin up, turn those gaze up to the right. Okay, can we do some other things with our body now? Can you smile? All right, you got it. And now let's try 2 of those breaths. Can you take an inhale for 3, 2, and 1? Then can you exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1? One more time for me. Inhaling 3, 2, 1. And then exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unrotate the head, unside bend the head. Maybe do a couple of circles with your shoulders. Now you see why we stretched out our neck first, right? All right, let's give it a try on the opposite side. So side bend your head to the right first. Once you have your head side bend to the right, start to turn the chin and the head up to the left. Take that gaze with it. So get that ocular motor nerve involved with that vagus nerve. Okay, left vagus nerve, we know that's more subdiaphragmatic. So this is your digestion and all of that fun stuff that's happening down in your guts. So keep your head position, relax through your shoulders, gaze up and to the left, smile, facial nerve. Yes, I know I'm making you do so many things today. All right, let's do those 2 beautiful relaxation breaths. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then beautifully unrotate your head and gently bring your head back up. All right. So we have already combined some really significant ways to combat stress, both in our mind and in our body. We're going to do one more breath exercise before we get off of our chairs and our bolsters and we start moving our body a little tiny bit more. So the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to work on a particular breathing exercise that has been scientifically proven to improve your relaxation response and combat stress. It can be used in acute episodes of stress as well as chronic stress where we know our body, our emotions, our thoughts, and our minds have been dealing with a lot of internal and external stressors. So get yourself nice and tall. We're going to practice the 4, 7, 8 breath. So we'll go through the breath one time so that everybody has the right technique, and then we'll go through 4 breaths before we stop. So it's nice and simple. The 4 is your inhale. So you're going to inhale in through your nose for a count of 4. The 7 is a hold. It's a retention of your breath. So you're going to hold your breath. As you're holding your breath, some marvelous things are happening in your lungs to exchange oxygen to your body. Then as you exhale, you're going to exhale for 8 out through your mouth. Now, the way I would advise you to exhale out through the mouth, because I don't know if you've got asthma, emphysema, COPD, any sort of respiratory issue. So we want to make sure that we give that air some pressure to blow out on. So imagine that there's a straw in your mouth, or you're doing what is called pursed lip breathing. So you're going to purse your lips together. Kind of imagine candles that you're blowing out, and not 1 or 2 candles, but many candles. So a nice, slow, long exhale for 8. Okay, so let's give this a try for 4 breaths. Get yourself nice and tall, lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Close your eyes if you want to just hear me. Here we go. Take an inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Purse those lips. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Purse those lips. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Purse those lips. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You did it. All right. So I promise you, if you had a heart rate variability on your finger, kind of like a pulse oximeter, or we had a blood pressure cuff on, or we had a heart rate monitor on, simply doing those 4 breaths just calms the body down. As we calm our body down, we allow our body to realize that it is not being chased by a bear, and we get that relaxation response happening. Okay, so we've already tackled many different things for stress today. So now let's begin to move our body. And as we move our body, we're going to combine some of those fun techniques with it. So slowly allow yourself to gently move off of your bolster. As you move off of your bolster, just gently take your bolster out of the way. Find yourself in hands and knees. And as you're positioning yourself in hands and knees, place your hands between your knees. Make sure you've got good alignment between your knees. Stack your hips directly on top of your knees and take a look back and make sure that your feet Your feet are directly underneath your knees. Hands, place them so that your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. Elbows are in line with those wrists and shoulders. Index fingers forward, thumbs nice and spread inward. All right, so let's go through that whole movement of cat-cow again. So remember, you're going to lift your tailbone up. You're going to drop your belly down. You're going to drop that chest. You're going to squeeze between the shoulder blades, lengthen through the front of your neck, and you're going to look up. Then you're going to pull that belly up and in, tuck that tailbone under, really spread between those shoulder blades, lengthen through the back of your neck, take your chin to your chest and gaze straight into your belly button. All right, start in the center. I'm going to count your breath. Can you do cat-cow? Smile and breathe with an exhalation longer than the inhalation. Let's give it a try. So inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep yourself in that really high cat pose. Use the strength of your arms and slowly start to sit back into your child's pose. Now, sit bones towards the heels. Gently rest yourself down, belly down onto the thighs, chest onto the knees. Gently relax your elbows down into the floor and take the crown of your head and gently rest the crown of your head down onto your floor. Now, as you're resting there, slowly begin to take a nice deep inhale into your belly. Don't worry about the count of it right now. Just stretch out that low back. And then slowly exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly. And slow exhaling out. Wonderful. Now make your way back up to your hands and knees. As you make your way back up into the hands and knees, we're going to stay in this position. If your wrists are not happy in hands and knees, drop yourself down onto your elbows. It's not going to make any difference for what we're doing. But we're trying to go back to that salamander exercise. And we're going to try to do that salamander exercise with a little bit of cat-cow. So here's what I want you to do. Keep yourself in a nice good tabletop. Take your head and gently side bend your left ear to your left shoulder. Then turn your gaze up towards the right. Your head will turn to the right as you do that. Now, look up to that ceiling on the right side. All right, you've got yourself there. Keep yourself getting that nice good stretch through that right sternocleidomastoid, giving some length to that right vagus nerve. Now let's see if we can do a little bit of motion with our rib cage and our pelvis. So holding it right here, can you inhale and drop your belly down, drop your chest down, lift that tailbone up. Can you exhale and curl a little bit? That's it. Keep that gaze up. Keep your head in that position. One more time. Inhale, drop down. Exhale and curl. Beautiful. Unrotate the head. Look back down to the mat. Turn your head back to the center. I promise those wrists will have a break in just a second. Take the right ear to the right shoulder. Once you've got it there, gently turn up with your gaze and your head to the left. Look up there somewhere. Then once you've got yourself there, take that inhale, drop that rib cage down, drop that belly, lift that tailbone. Exhale, spread those shoulder blades, pull that abdomen in, tuck that tailbone. Just one more time for me. Inhaling, sink the belly, sink that tail, lift that tailbone, drop down through that chest, and then exhale, lift that chest, pull that belly up, tuck that tailbone. Now gaze back down, unrotate your head, unside bend your head, slowly sit yourself back into your child's pose for a little bit of a rest to those hands. As you make your way there, just drop your elbows down, drop the crown of your head to the floor or wherever is comfortable for you. And maybe do some circles with your wrists. But take a nice deep inhale into your belly. See if you can get that breath to go all the way to your pelvic floor. And then exhaling out. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Now slowly bring yourself up and then drop yourself down onto your elbows, onto your belly. Now, if you're somebody that has a really sensitive back, don't harm your back trying to manage your stress. Take a pillow, take a towel, take that bolster and place it underneath you so that your low back is not an end range extension. For those of you that don't have too sensitive of low backs, allow yourself to find yourself in a nice, pretty Sphinx pose here. So check in that your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. Arms are straight in front of you here. Index fingers are pointed forward, thumbs are in. Spread between your shoulders so you can get that nice good space between your shoulders here. Lengthen your neck, look down and gaze at your thumbs. All right, so same thing with that salamander pose in this position. So putting yourself in this position, take your left ear, gently go to the left shoulder, then turn the head and the gaze and look up to the right. Where do you get to? Now, we're not doing any movement of our body. Just keep pushing between those shoulder blades for me. Put a smile on your face. Take an inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhaling, 3, 2, 1. And exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gaze and head go back down. Unside bend the head to the center. Check back in that you're pushing through your shoulder blades. And then let's do the opposite side. So right ear to right shoulder. Take the gaze and the head as you look up to the left. Gaze up there. Smile on your face. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gaze and head come back down to the yoga mat. Unside bend your head. Gently let your elbows come out to the side and slowly drop the crown of your head down onto the floor. Now, as you drop the crown of your head onto the floor, let yourself tuck your tailbone under a little bit here, open up through your low back, kind of lengthen your legs away from you a little tiny bit, and then just hold yourself in this position, lengthen your neck, settle your chin inward. Take a nice, slow, deep inhale into your belly, push your belly into your yoga mat, and then exhaling out. One more breath, nice deep inhaling in and exhaling out. All right, take your right hand underneath your right shoulder, left hand underneath your left shoulder, tuck your elbows nice and tight, lengthen your neck, settle your chin, start at your tailbone here, take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, tuck your tailbone under and slowly push yourself back into your child's pose. Walk yourself down into that child's pose position, getting some nice good flexion through your low back. Thighs and belly, chest and knees, elbows to the floor, dropping the crown of the head onto the floor, gazing back. Check in that your toes aren't touching one another and are still lining up with your knees. All right, staying right here, maybe just put a little smile on your face. And then take an inhale for 3, 2, 1. Slow exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time, inhaling for 3, 2, 1, and exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right, so we've got one more pose to do to really help that nervous system and manage stress, and it is puppy pose. So what we know about puppy pose is it gives us the most amount of length to the front of our spine in a non-weight bearing position. So I want you to give it a try today. Manage yourself where your physical abilities are, but see what you can do to try to make a little bit of puppy pose happen. So bring yourself up to hands and knees. Once you have yourself up to hands and knees, check in that your hips are perfectly stacked on top of your knees. Then drop yourself down onto your elbows. Now, this may be where you stay for your puppy pose. And if it is, what you're going to do here is just gently lengthen your neck a little bit and gaze to the top of your mat area. Now, if you've got more in you and you want to try a little bit more, from this position, slowly start to slide your arms out. As you start to slide your arms out, begin to let your chest drop down to the floor. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin onto your yoga mat, and gaze to the very front of your yoga mat. Now, if you're with me and you're like, there's no way my shoulders can do that. Yes, they can. Drop your chest down and allow your arms to come out into goalpost arms. Take that impingement out of your shoulders. Okay, wherever you are, whichever puppy pose you picked for today, take a smile and put it on that face. And take an inhale into your nose for 3, 2, 1. And exhaling out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 3, 2, 1. And exhaling out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lengthen your neck, settle your chin, slide your hands back. Slowly push yourself back into your child's pose. Give your low back a little bit of a break here before we lay down on your back. So just gently allow that length to happen through the neck. Drop the crown of the head, gaze back at those toes, drop those elbows beside you. If you want to try a full child's pose, maybe come on around and grab around your heels and gently hold your heels in that position. Take an inhale for 3, 2, 1, and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhaling 3, 2, and 1. Exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Slowly pushing yourself up, allowing yourself to drop to your left or right side. Always lay down through your side if you can. It's a little bit healthier for that lumbar spine and those discs. But as you lay yourself down, gently roll yourself over onto your back. Lengthen through the back of the neck, settle through the chin. Rest that pelvis down onto the yoga mat. Maybe arch and tilt once or twice through your pelvis so you know you've got yourself in a happy place. Keep your knees bent, your feet flat onto the mat. Roll your shoulders underneath you for a moment. Rest your arms out beside your body. Put a smile onto your face. And we're going to really let this be a full-on belly breath here for 3 breaths. So if you need to, take a right or left hand and place it onto your abdomen. Put a smile on your face. Let's take an inhale for 3, 2, 1. And then as you exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhaling, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more breath. Inhaling, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Take your right knee to your chest. Hug that knee to your chest. Lengthen that left leg out. Get some nice good length through that psoas muscle. We do know that is connected to our nervous system and our stress response. Take a nice deep inhale here and push that left leg down into the floor. And then as you exhale, gently pull that right knee into your chest. One more time. Inhale, push that left leg down into the floor. And then as you exhale, pull that right knee into your chest. Beautiful. Now take the left hand onto the right knee. Slowly drop the right foot onto the left thigh. Right arm out to the side of your body. Take a nice deep inhale here. And then as you exhale, start to pull that knee over to the left, stretching through the hip. Continue pulling as you rotate through the pelvis, then the low back, then the rib cage. Right shoulder blade stays on the yoga mat. Lengthen through the neck, settle through the chin, turn your gaze to the right. Now, can you continue to take your gaze down and to the right all the way to your yoga mat? Place a smile on your face here. Take a slow, deep inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bringing your head back to the center, starting at that rib cage and derotating that spine until you get that pelvis down onto the mat. Unrotate that hip. Place the right foot on the floor, slide the left leg up. Now take your left knee to your chest, hug it around that shin bone, pull it into your chest nice and snug. Take that the right leg down. The left knee is to your chest, your right leg is down onto the yoga mat. Okay, now take a nice deep inhale in and push down into that right leg. Open up through that right psoas muscle. And then as you exhale, relax and pull that left knee to your chest. Lengthen your neck and settle your chin. Let's do that one more time. Nice deep inhale, push down with that right leg. Open up through that right hip. And then as you exhale, pull that left knee into your chest. Beautiful. Now take your right hand to the left knee. Take the left hand out to the side of your body. Place the left foot onto your right thigh. Take a nice deep inhale here. And as you exhale, start to pull that hip over to the right. And then begin to rotate the pelvis, the low back, and the rib cage. Left shoulder blade, keeping it on the yoga mat. Lengthening through the neck, settling, turning your gaze towards the left side. Now, as you get your gaze towards the left side today, turn that gaze down into your mat. You've got it. Now, with that gaze all the way down, smile on the face. Take a deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One last time. Nice deep inhale in. 3, 2, 1. Exhaling. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then taking that head and turning it back upright, starting at that left shoulder blade and derotating the spine, rib cage, low back, pelvis. Once the pelvis is on the floor, unrotate the hip, place the left foot on the floor, slide the right leg up. Allow yourself to gently tuck your tailbone under. Rest through that tailbone. Let it settle downwards. And then drop your left leg down to the left corner of your mat, your right leg down to the right corner of your mat. Allow yourself to roll your shoulder blades underneath you. Rest your arms out to the side of your body. Lengthen through your neck and settle your chin. All right, so the last thing that we're going to be ending with for our stress class today is a really interesting fact. Let's talk about thoughts and emotions and beliefs for a minute. Did you know that through functional MRI research, we now know that it takes three positive emotions, positive thoughts, positive beliefs to combat just one negative one? So let's not think of any negative ones. Let's end in our Savasana. And let's think about 3 positives. So let's begin with a thought. I want you to think about the last time you laughed. Now, it could have been 45 minutes ago in this class that you think about, and that's okay. Or maybe you choose to go back a little bit more and think about, when is the last time you had that smile on your face and you laughed? As you think about that, put a smile on your face. Take a nice, deep, slow inhale in, and then just gently exhale out. You got it. All right, positive emotions. What do they look like, right? Well, that's love, that's compassion, that's happiness, that's all of those things that we know that build that dopamine and that oxytocin in our system, all of those beautiful, happy hormones that keep us stress-free. So think about a happy emotion, and think about a happy emotion or a love emotion or a compassion emotion that you've given somebody or yourself in the past. And as you think about that emotion, place that smile on your face and take a nice, slow, deep inhale in. And then exhaling out. All right. I left the hardest to last. It is the hardest to tackle beliefs. Our beliefs are based on our past. So if we've had trauma or anything that's happened to us, that helps us believe what we are. So what I want you to do is just take a minute to think of something positive that you are. One positive belief about yourself. Maybe it is that you believe in a higher power. Maybe it is that you believe and trust a person. Maybe it is that you believe that you're a strong individual. Think of a belief that you have of yourself that is positive. They truly are the hardest things to change, but the biggest impact on how stress tears down our body and our minds. All right, pick one. Put that smile on your face. Keep thinking about that belief about yourself. And then take a nice deep inhale in and exhaling out. If we can have more positive thoughts, more positive emotions, and more positive beliefs, that may take some help with other people helping us, and that is a-okay. We can get rid of that stress. All right, start to wiggle those fingers and those toes and do some circles with those ankles and those wrists. When you feel like you're ready, gently, one leg at a time, slide it up, then gently roll yourself to your left or your right side. Settle there for just a second. Take a nice deep inhale, and then on your exhale, use that bottom elbow and that top hand and push yourself up into a seated position. Find yourself in a nice, good, easy, simple, easy pose. Relax the shoulders down, lengthen through that neck, settle through that chin. Lift your heart. Let that heart lift. You've done such a good job of opening through the front of your body today. Place that smile on your face. No matter what is troubling you physically or emotionally, this too shall pass. Place your hands to your heart. Take a nice deep inhale in and exhale out. Namaste. The highest in me salutes the highest in you. Thank you for joining me today.